All right. We are back with the GSMC Wrestling Laureate podcast brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. I'm your host, Eric Rodriguez, here, your favorite wrestling fan every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Pacific time, 11 p.m. Eastern time on the GSMC Sports Network to talk about our favorite thing in the world, professional wrestling. So, obviously, if you're a huge wrestling fan, stay tuned. If you're not, we have a whole bunch of other podcasts on the Sports Network. We have basketball with Nelson. We also have college football with my man, Tommy. We also have two football podcasts, one with Kenneth, one with my boy Manny from Chip Shot Football Podcast. And when it comes to football, you know that there's fantasy sports right around the corner. We have a GSMC Fantasy Podcast with my man Chris Shepard. 1,010% appreciate those guys. Love them 1,010%. We also have Jeremy and TJ on sports. So yeah, don't be afraid to give it a shout out. Get the GSMC Sports Network. Give it a try. Guarantee. Give you the Eric Rodriguez guarantee that you hitting that subscribe button you'll never ever regret it. So yeah, why not? What are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? I'm just kidding. So let's go ahead and move on to our fourth segment. Let's go ahead and talk about the men in professional wrestling. I got 10 guys. I got top 10 guys. My favorite, not my favorite. Oh God, that sounds highly subjective now. No, I'm an objective wrestling journalists, now obviously, when it comes to any list on any, ESPN, Fox, Colin Cowherd, it's going to be a little subjective, you know what I mean? Like, obviously. So I would love to hear you guys' opinions, 1,010%. So let's start off with number 10. We have the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Briscoe, one of my favorite wrestlers that I've learned to love because I recently started watching Ring of Honor about 6 months ago. I got into it. Got into some TNA as well, AEW. I try my best to watch the NWA and, but, getting your hands on a CW app is, kind of difficult. Not just kidding, subscribe, stuff like that. But, sometimes it's hard. It's 1,010%. But Mark Briscoe, he just continues to impress me. He keeps, defending his title against all odds. And he's able to pick up the victory. Like, even in his matches, like, he's just electricity. He's just electric. For the longest time, I was like, all right, this is cool that Ring of Honor and Tony Khan is keeping the belt on this man. But he keeps the fans entertained. That's why they're doing it. And, it's going to be, you're going to need a pretty tough SOB to take down the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion, Mark Briscoe. So at number 10, I got my man, Mark Briscoe. At number 9, I have Maxwell Jacob Freeman, the best wrestler in the world. Obviously self-proclaimed, you know what I mean? But, no, he's, AEW was not the same without MJF. It wasn't. And when he came back at Double or Nothing, when he came back to confront Adam Cole, which I haven't seen Adam Cole around. Kind of crazy. Maybe MJF scared him off. But he won the title shot. He won the championship right away from Will Ospreay, the AEW International Championship that he rebranded and renamed into the AEW American Championship. So you're gonna have a match with Ospreay at All In. Obviously, Ospreay has home field advantage, of which he likes to say, but it's gonna be big. That match is gonna be huge. It's right around the corner, August 25th. It's exciting. Pay-per-view. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be sick. Can't wait to watch it. But you got to throw your flowers to MJF. He gets the crowd into it. The crowd is very, very lively when he is there. So, definitely, got to give respect to Maxwell Jacob Freeman. All right. At number 7, I have the LA Knight. I have them. No, at number 8, I have the LA Knight. Sorry. I have the LA Knight. Recently, he beat Logan Paul, the YouTube star, boxer, with his brother, Jake Paul as well. They're successful entrepreneurs. You can't really take anything away from them in terms of that. The LA Knight finally gets some gold in WWE. It took for him to, be a security guard and then to leave WWE. Then he came back and then he was doing the Mansoor and I forgot the other guy's name, but they were doing where they were fashion models, and I think Maxine Dupree was there as well. And they were just so stuck up, and it was just, and then now you finally, kind of see him loved by he's over. He's so over by the WWE universe. People love him. People love to 1,010%. People love to watch the LA Knight. So I think right now the LA Knight, he's going to have a pretty long United States Championship run if the whole, legal obligations, the whole kayfabe thing with Logan Paul is going to, where force Nick Aldis to strip. the LA Knight from the United States for the United States Championship. And you're going to see him probably be briefly suspended for about maybe 3 months. Maybe he comes back to challenge again at WrestleMania, regains his title. Would be pretty dope. That would be a pretty good storyline, to be honest. But hey, like, who knows? So at number 8, I have the LA Knights. All right, at number 7, I have Nick Nemeth, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion, going to take on Josh Alexander Thursday. No, I think they're tomorrow. I could be wrong. I know I think they have I think they have an episode of TNA Impact randomly on a Tuesday. I got to fact check that. But anyways, he's going to take on Josh Alexander. There was rumors backstage saying that Josh Alexander was supposed to win the TNA Championship during the 6-way elimination match, the main event at TNA Slammiversary. But I guess it was changed mid-match. I don't know to believe that or not. I really honestly don't, because Nick Nemeth, he's an amazing wrestler. He had a great career with WWE. Obviously, creatives didn't really treat his character right, But when it comes to a lot of talent and stuff like that, it's hard. It's hard to harness all these guys. It's hard to like just choose one to be like, okay, you're gonna be champion. You know what I mean? It's like Oprah Winfrey. You get a car, and you get a car. Everybody can't have championships. I get it. They'd be like, oh, yeah, let's just have them, not have such a long championship run so we can share the belt and pass it around. Yeah, that's, it creates new faces and stuff like that. WCW did that all the time. But then it kind of loses prestige in the championship. So whenever you pick a guy, and right now I feel like TNA is in good hands with Nick Nemeth. I think that he's very marketable, the most wanted man in TNA Impact. With his brother Ryan Nemeth watching his back. He's friends with the Hardys, Matt Hardy, Jeff Hardy. He's a great babyface champ. Right now, I feel like he's exactly what TNA had. You had the system with Moose, hold that championship belt strong, hold it for the longest time. Kind of reminds me of like a bootleg, not Judgment Day, like a bootleg. We were just the Bloodline. I'm just kidding, no. But I don't know. It's just kind of factions in terms of professional wrestling. It's always fun to watch. So yeah, number 7, I got Nick Nemeth. Number 6, I have the unpredictable badass. We have Braun Breaker, the new WWE Intercontinental Champion. Him becoming champion, I was not upset with. Sami Zayn was a very honorable champion. He defied a couple of odds, a couple of matches and stuff like that. And he did defeat Braun Breaker the first time. But Braun Breaker got his head in the game, made his family proud. Rick Steiner and Scott were both at WWE SummerSlam, so that's always cool. That's always cool to watch your nephew and then Rick's son win, a title belt. And I feel like WWE's at a good spot with Braun Breaker here as the WWE Intercontinental Champion. I have a chat for my man Josh Wu. Good morning, brother. Good morning, my man. Hope you slept well. Hope you're getting ready to eat a delicious breakfast. Chill out. Have an amazing day. Always 1,010% give you the Eric Rodriguez guarantee. Be a part of the GSMC Sports Network. 1,010%, man. Love the chats. Keep them coming. Love the audience. Love you guys. So yeah, Braun Breaker. I can't say enough about this guy. Like he's the future of WWE. That's something that all of us aren't shocked to hear. When he got called up from WWE NXT. Well, they don't call it called up anymore. They get drafted now, which is cool. His former tag team partner Baron Corbin got drafted to SmackDown. He needs a nice little jump start in his career back again. It'd be kind of interesting to see Baron Corbin come back to randomly compete for the Intercontinental Championship against Braun Breaker. I feel like that'd be actually a pretty good storyline. But right now, you have the belt on Breaker. Sami Zayn was the biggest babyface Intercontinental Championship winner. And now you kind of have Braun Breaker, who's not really a heel. But then again, he's not really a babyface. He's out there on his own. I can't wait to see if this kind of forces WWE to be like, look, it'd be awesome if Ricochet came back and these guys had a match for the ages. And, I feel like that'd be pretty cool. So, at number 6, I got Braun Breaker. At number 5, I have the ring general, Gunther. I thought it was too soon. He went from the Intercontinental Champion, longest reigning, 666 days, defeating the Honky Tonk Man's record. You beat out the Honky Tonk Man. you must be some kind of a damn no, like he's a great wrestler. Every single match Gunther wrestles in is it's amazing. It's amazing. He puts on some great matches. He cuts good promos. He can be that heel, which he did really really well against Damian Priest. You know, and when Damian Priest lost the belt, he said he wasn't really upset about losing the belt. But I don't know. I can just sense that I feel like I feel like under different circumstances, Damian Priest should have lost the belt to Finn Balor, and that's when Finn Balor is like, "We don't need you anymore, Damian," and then just kicks him out. Coon and Gras on the top. And I'm just kidding. No, but I don't. I think Gunther winning the World Heavyweight Championship was one of the biggest shockers in SummerSlam history. I think at right now in this point in time, they're kind of like, okay, who can hold the belt? Who's great to work with other wrestlers and brings out the best of them. And then Gunther comes to mind, highly 1,010%. So at number I gotta give gotta give flowers to the ring general here. At number 5, I got Gunther. At number 4, I got Ethan Page. I was never really the biggest Ethan Page guy, but like what they're doing right now with Swerve Strickland, he lost against Pete Dunne at NXT Great American Bash Week 2. I don't want to say we're going to kind of be, dawn upon this new era of like Trick Williams. Kind of, I don't think he's going to go full heel, but he might go full badass and he might have like a dark, different kind of persona, kind of like how Swerve Strickland is in in AEW, and now he's the champ. Right now, Ethan Page right now. I feel like this is what NXT needed. For the longest time, I was kind of like, you know what? Why did you take the belt off a Trick? Why? But every single time he would, compete, everybody kind of knew what to expect. I think, in terms of, storylines and stuff like that, I think, whatever happens between Ethan Page and other wrestlers, it's a little bit unpredictable. I got a chat from my man, Josh Wu. Who was your favorite wrestler? Oh, Shawn Michaels, right off the bat. Right now, probably my favorite wrestler would probably be, you know, not WWE. I love a lot of WWE. I grew up watching WWE, but right now I don't know why, but I'm on this Swerve Strickland kick. I know I love Swerve. I think he's a great champion, AEW World Heavyweight Champion Swerve Strickland. I love what he's about. I love it when he grabs the mic and like he's just so cool. Man, wish I could be. Want to know your favorite wrestler, my man. We need Demon Finn Balor back. Oh my God, preaching to the choir. That'd be so great. That'd be amazing. Like I don't know how that would play with the Judgment Day storyline, but it'd be pretty cool. It'd be pretty cool, 1,010% to see that ultimately happen with Finn Balor. We haven't seen the Demon King ever since I think his match. Well, he was supposed to fight the Fiend. I think he was supposed to fight the Fiend as or was it Uncle Howdy during Uncle Howdy's thing? Man, I can't think of it right now. But they were supposed to he was supposed to be the Demon King there, but I think it was it didn't really come to light. And I think that would have been hella interesting. All right, at number 3, I got Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns, ever since he came back to WWE at SummerSlam, he's been the talk of the professional wrestling media. You check inside the ropes, you check cage side seats, you check anywhere, Wrestling Inc., Instagram, Twitter, all those wrestling stuff. He's going to be on there. Roman Reigns, the best thing about Roman Reigns is that he doesn't really need a title. He doesn't need a title to kind of to be the guy. Like, I don't know if that makes any sense. I think that's why, like, I think when, him coming back to the WWE, people are going to be like, oh, he's going to come back and get his belt back. No, I think at this point in time, he's like, you know what? I want that necklace. You know what I mean? Those chilies now. I'm just kidding. No. He right now, the being the tribal chief, fixing the bloodline, defeating Solo Sikoa, putting him in his place, is kind of main priority for Roman Reigns. And I do not know how long that's going to take. I don't know if they're going to have that happen at Royal Rumble, maybe WrestleMania, perhaps. But a lot of people are fueling for a Rock versus Roman WrestleMania, which would be great. But you're gonna have The Rock come back, and he vowed to Cody Rhodes that their story just began. So I don't know how to go in terms of that, but it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. At number 2, I got Swerve Strickland, AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Now, the best thing about Swerve Strickland is he gets, all these guys who want his title, and he keep, when you keep putting them up, he's putting them down. He does it without, any BS. He goes out there and he just proves to the world why he deserves a shot to be the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to be rooting for Bryan Danielson at AEW All In. Like, this guy as a champion has been great. It's been great for AEW, 1,010%. Obviously you're going to have the Hangman Adam Page in the weeks. Maybe he finds a way to screw Swerve Strickland over. Maybe that could possibly be a way for him to lose the belt. But Bryan Danielson, win or lose, I feel like he's definitely going to contemplate retiring. He said as a full-time wrestler, he can come back as a part-timer, kind of be that guy who wrestles once in a while, commentary, sits next to Tony Schiavone and Taz. That could possibly be it. Maybe he could join Renee Paquette and interview some people, And I think the match should be won by Swerve Strickland, but we'll find out at AEW All in August 25th. At number one, of course, we had the American Nightmare, the WWE Undisputed Champion, Cody Rhodes. Right now, Cody Rhodes has the whole WWE business on his shoulder. Well, I don't know right now. You recently had, Roman Reigns returns, which was, honestly pretty cool. I bet there was a moment where Cody was like, oh, awesome. Now I don't have to cut freaking, motion pictures promos every single time I walk out there. Now he's working with Kevin. I think they're going to have an amazing match at Bash at Berlin. It's going to be a classic. It's going to be the instant classic. Kevin Owens is an amazing wrestler. Obviously, he's former Universal Champion. Lost to Goldberg, which sucks. Terrible bookings. I'm just kidding. Cody Rhodes he's just WWE right now. He's the face of WWE. You like him or you hate him. He talked about in an interview about him possibly going heel. He said it's always open. Imagine if Cody Rhodes goes heel. That'd be crazy. Then you have Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble to get a shot at the WWE Undisputed Championship to continue this saga of Roman and Cody Rhodes. And then you have this baby face of Roman Reigns taking on this heel role of Cody. I don't think he would ever go. I don't think he'd go heel before WrestleMania 41. I don't think he would. 1,010%. But it would be interesting. Definitely sprouts up some conversations about all the possibilities that WrestleMania that WWE has right now. So yeah, love it 1,010%. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. We're going to jump on into our women's weekly wrestling power rankings. We're going to talk about our top 10 women. Obviously, shoot a chat. Who do you think should be the number one women's wrestler in the world of professional wrestling, or who should be number 10? So, but most importantly, stay tuned. We're going to have some more awesome kick-ass wrestling content coming to you soon.